Yeah, so day 3. Obviously day off yesterday. And today we're just going to be hitting cardio. Yeah. I was thinking about doing a little bit more today, but felt a bit shit, so I thought it was probably appropriate to take like my rest day off lifting now, when I'm not going to get a great session. Save it for the weekend. So yeah, probably do like an hour or so on the bikes, and then maybe half an hour of just sort of like physio stuff. So just sort of working ankle health, a little bit of mobility, sort of that type of stuff. Might do a core set. We'll sort of see how see how I'm feeling, see how it goes really. Yeah, so I think I'll probably hit first half hour of cardio, and then I'll see when I start doing some physio type stuff. Yeah, okay, so at this point I've done my first stint on the bikes. Spent half an hour just sort of about like T2, so lactate threshold. Like sort of low 140s heart rate. I did that on like the the granny bikes, so but I was getting a bit bored on them, so I decided I'd come in here, give this a go for a little bit. Oh my god. Do you think it makes that noise the whole time? Ugh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that looks a bit better. So, yesterday odd. Yeah, what do I mean yesterday odd? So yeah, so yesterday I put up first TikTok. Guess got myself into a little bit of internet drama. Yeah, so I got myself into a bit of trouble yesterday on TikTok. I had a little go at Big Mighty TNF for something he said in a TikTok. It's just being, in my opinion, quite sexist. Obviously, his opinion, either he doesn't care, which, in all fairness, I don't think is the case. He didn't, well, okay, no, I do think is the case. I don't think he, realizes the implication, or if he does, he just doesn't really give a shit, which isn't great. And yeah, it's been really interesting. People are, I don't know, people were very quick to defend him, which I thought was surprising, because I didn't entirely think that it would be a controversial take. In fact, that TikTok he made was one of the reasons I started doing this. I saw it and I was like, fuck. I'm gonna make a little video calling him out for it. Because he's just being a little shit. The poor reception surprised me, in all honesty, but there we go. The gym is like pretty male-dominated space, I think. And with it, it has its pros and its cons, right? It's somewhere that a lot of men who don't have a lot of spaces where they can be overly vulnerable find to be sort of, to have the time to talk to themselves, commit to themselves, self-help and all that. But I think there are definitely aspects of the community that it fosters that are pretty toxic, and I'd rather went away, to be honest. Being laddie and boisterous, who cares? But I think there are limits to everything, and I think for me some of them were crossed. Maybe evidently not for others, but that's the way of things. I don't know. I think something I want to, the main thing I want to do with this channel, not just something, is I want to, I want to give people the opportunity to pick something else when it comes to, this community. Pick another style of doing it. Pick a style that, don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything innately sexist with the way it works at the moment. I just think bad actors misuse it. Oh, bad actors misuse it. That's going to happen with everything. What are you on about? Well, to some extent, but I think there are ways it could be set up that we can behave within it that are healthier, more respectful to our fellow humans, and I think this is a space I love. It's a space I want to flourish. It's a space I want other people to enjoy, and other people can't enjoy that if they're being harassed and excluded, or the big creators in the space are making inflammatory, stereotypical, derogatory remarks. I think, in all honesty, I don't think the person I'm most upset about in this situation is TNF, but the way people reacted to it. Some people were saying, thank you for calling them out. And the first comment that TikTok automatically flagged for review was someone saying, in all fairness, looking in retrospect, I'm a guy who likes to try to find the funny side of things. So forgive me if I laugh. I do think it's a little bit funny that someone wrote it. Someone was so pressed about what I thought was a pretty calm video. But they said, wow, hope you got some good pussy for this, bro. It's like, really? That's a sad view of the world, that the only reason men would do anything in the fight for gender equality is to get, to have some sex. That's pretty nasty. Yeah. I don't know. Just do better. That's all I really have to say about it. You know, something that really pisses me off was I saw a clip of Tom Platz. Yeah, Tom Platz. Yeah, wearing his signature white shirt, his grey suit trousers, his suspenders, that iconic but really quite ugly tie. He was in a clip going, you know, the first time they started letting women into Gold's Gym, I was confused and I didn't understand it. I didn't think it was right for women to be training. But then I grew up and I realized I'm just being a dickhead. You know, it's just as valid for them to do what I'm doing as it is for me to do what I'm doing. And I thought that was a really, you know, really powerful message, especially from, you know, I don't know, at the time I didn't really know that much about Tom Platz's political opinions, and to be honest I still don't. But it was a great message to be sending someone out, not something I necessarily expected from him. But then I saw a clip of it on TikTok where they cut out the whole wholesome part and just made it seem like his initial reaction was all that he said on the topic, which I found like almost defamatory. You know, you're portraying this, you know, really quite great man as a sexist by misrepresenting what he said. And yeah, that didn't sit well with me. You know, I think at the end of the day, just got to be nice to people. Doesn't fucking matter whether, you know, I think if you're a massive sexist, you think, oh yeah, women are just worse at stuff. It doesn't mean that you should be rude to them. Wind your neck back in, keep it inside. You know, you meet a trans person, what is the good in being nasty to them? What's the fucking point? Who asked? Who cares? Just treat people with respect. You know, ideally you wouldn't be bigoted, for lack of a better word. Actually, no. I think it's the right word. I just think people don't like it because it often, you know, makes you look at the terrorist in the mirror. But yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that. But yeah, just fucking be nice to people. Doesn't matter if you disagree with their politics or their philosophy, disagree with the way they identify themselves or the way they dress. Like, really? I don't know. This is a bit deep for some cunt riding a bike. Yeah, doing small fry YouTube shit. So maybe I'll shut up. I'll get back to just talking about the gym. Yeah, so I mentioned for my first session on the bikes, before before I had my break, my stretch out, all of that good stuff. I was kind of aiming for T2. It was like a training level that, you know, it's your base aerobic training level. Like, you should be out of breath, but if you try hard enough, you should be able to maintain a conversation. And that's the level I aim for normally. I mean, there isn't like a whole lot of reason behind it, other than I've been doing it for a long time. It's what I'm used to. Used to doing, 10 hours a week of the stuff. So doing, 4 hours. Well, yeah, I'm lying if I say 4 hours. Yeah. 2.5 hours a week odd of this stuff. It feels pretty comfortable to me. I also find like sometimes when I'm doing cardio, you have to, like, on a treadmill obviously, you just set the treadmill to whatever speed the treadmill's going at and you run. You can't slow down or speed up, because you slow down, you fall off the back, you speed up, you run into the panel, right? So you almost don't got to think about it. I find like on the bike, I can kind of sit here and not have to think about it, which is pretty nice for me. I like that. I don't want to have to engage my legs and my brain at the same time. Oh fuck, I'm getting properly sweaty. I guess that's the point. Yeah, I think what am I going to say? Oh yeah, I don't think I'll do like a pose down today, because I ain't got no pump. And also, I kind of want to get out of here before rush hour. So, be able to get home without it being too busy on the bus. Actually, that being said, I'll probably walk home today. Good bit of low intensity, steady state cardio, if you'd call walking that. It's also quite fun, like, it's quite a nice walk. I get to walk along a park. For most of it, it's a nice walk, so I don't really mind too much. It's also just, get your steps in. Your neat's bigger than your eat, as you'll hear, calorie counting supporters saying. You burn the most energy from just, being alive. The next most from just moving about in order to get shit done. Like, walking from your bed to the kitchen to make yourself cereal. That sort of stuff. And then, like half that, the amount of energy you burn during exercise. So, maximizing your NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, is good little thing for weight loss, as we're currently trying for. That being said, actually, this morning I woke up with a migraine, so I didn't calorie count my lunch. Maybe not ideal. It was still like I wouldn't say it's like I didn't go to McDonald's and say, supersize me on everything. It's still a pretty reasonable meal, but obviously we're talking, you know, marginal gains, right? Small differences. And that's what makes your change. So yeah, I wanted to talk about that a bit today. I get migraines a lot. Typically when I have a migraine, it affects my ability to like do basic things. Like I can't cook. I can't remember numbers. I find that goes really quickly. So I find it difficult to do stuff like meal planning and calorie counting when I have a migraine. And you know, really that's okay. Like if I push myself to do it in this case, I'd grow to resent it. You know, I wouldn't enjoy it. I'd be sacrificing my health. And you know, one day off isn't going to make too much difference. Yeah. By no means go overboard, as I'm saying, like, if you wake up and you say, oh, I don't want a calorie count today, you know, maybe assess that decision. If you're sure about it, go for it, but don't like, you know, it's not time for an epic feast. It's time to listen to the rhythm of your body. Listen to what it wants. Oh man. Yeah, I got another minute or two on the bike. Oh man. Dripping sweat. Okay, I'm just editing the video now. Not that I do a fucking lot of it, except for make snarky comments at my past self. I thought I'd... what did I think I'd do? I thought I'd just wrap up some of the stuff that I said on the bikes. You know, I'll link some you know, studies related to some of the stuff I said, sort of proving my points, or not necessarily proving my points. Proving is the wrong word. Adding scientific backing to my points. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's... even if you go to a men's only gym, and you only follow male fitness content creators, and you only listen to, you know, men's fitness advice, having more women in the sport is good for you. It means more money goes into research because there's a bigger market. It means more people buy protein powders and creatine, which brings the price down for you. It means the more people take the sport seriously. You know, it's not something that everyone understands, and a bigger audience means more understanding. So yeah, hopefully yeah. Those of you who believe in equality have been swayed, and even those of you who don't have been. So yeah, I think, you know, the last thing I want is to have beef with people online. I didn't make the video, that TikTok, with the intent of stirring up drama. I made it out of the idea that, you know, I've really liked the stuff that TNF has made. He's really helped a lot with my fitness journey. He's given some great advice, and, you know, sometimes he gives a bit shit advice, but he tends to back stuff up pretty generally. You know, he believes in the science, he believes in studies, and, you know, it's great. And I think he's done a lot of good for the community. I just, you know, I think he could have. He didn't need to do what he did. So, and, you know, maybe I kind of expected a slightly different response from him. Well, actually, okay, in all fairness, I didn't expect any fucking response. I just thought, you know, I was pretty surprised when he fucking commented on it. But, you know, there you go. That's the way of things. You know, but I thought if he did respond, he'd go, yeah, you know what, maybe it wasn't in the best taste, or yeah, you know what, I do operate in an industry that is plagued with rampant sexism. Maybe it wasn't the best thing to do, you know. Maybe my audience didn't need encouragement towards that direction. But alas, it was not so, and you know, even though I disagree, and I do think, you know, saying it's just a joke isn't really a good fucking excuse. When you have, you know, a platform like that, you know, at least he engaged with it a little bit. You know. Hopefully, it's somewhere in his mind now that people might call him out for stuff like that, even if it doesn't fucking achieve anything. But yeah. Anyway, I'll whack this in at the end of the video, and hopefully you guys will see it later tonight. Kind of depends on how YouTube's feeling, because fucking hell, tell you what, it takes twice the time to upload a video to YouTube as it does to actually edit it, man. Maybe that's because I'm a lazy fucking editor, but, or maybe once I get 3 subscribers instead of just 2, they give me the boostier little processing engine, so who fucking knows. Anyway, see you tomorrow morning.